G'day friends and fans, welcome to Dave Talk Stuff. Stoic serenity. It is a lost art. Once upon a time, there was a civilization that taught its men life, the meaning of life, the purpose of life. G'day friends and fans, welcome to Dave Talk Stuff, your reliable source of social and political commentary from inside the manosphere. I am going to help you discover purpose, meaning. Now, you may not be the Stoic type. However, you don't have to embrace stoicism in its fullest to learn how to be serene. Serenity is a mental process that can help you learn, to help you sleep better, and to navigate the world better. Master the things you control, accept that which you cannot, and navigate chaos defend yourself from chaos with resilience. If you're a racist, be a racist. Don't dilly-dally about it. If you don't like the world, you are going to be called a racist. If you don't like diversity, you're going to be called a racist. The whole point of calling you a racist, a misogynist, an Islamophobe is to make you feel shame so that they can rule over you. The only answer is stoicism, an active, practical mindset that has been used by every politician, every business leader who's ever been successful. Business burnt down, build again. My business went bankrupt, build again. My business partners are fools, get rid of them, build again. Consider how many times has Trump got knocked down, but he got up again. Fools dwell on the past. Masters analyze, learn, evolve. Now, before I continue, Empire Valves, that's one word, empirevalves.myshopify.com. Let me be clear. These are cups based on my writing. The Empire Valves. A world of magic and wonder, where science, technology meets fantasy, hope, and wonder. These enchanted treasures will bring your imagination to life. Having emotions is not a bad thing. However, discipline, the dichotomy of control. Focus your energy on your thoughts, your actions, and control your responses. Don't be controlled by the external. Let go of other people's opinions. Global events are beyond your control. If you don't like the government, let's not bitch about it. Don't like liberals? Don't sink to their mudslinging level. Mock them, ridicule them, laugh at them, but never use their own language. That is the path to liberalism. See, they're turning you into a liberal. If you don't believe me, that is okay. But liberals make other liberals by turning good people into blithering idiots by devolving everything into childish name-calling and fisticuffs. Though a good jolly bunch of lads going around taking care of the lonely Yennefer is justice. But we leave justice for now in the hands of the police. Voluntary discomfort. In order to break the mold, one must step out of your comfort zone. There are three fundamental things that Stoics used to do to make sure they never got comfortable. They had their hot baths, but at least once a week, a cold shower, regular fasting, and regular solitude. Why? This teaches your body not to be comfortable. If you're comfortable, you can't deal with sudden shocks like hardship. Now, Stoics lived minimalist lifestyles so they wouldn't get comfortable. They were not mindless materialists. Now, that was one mistake the Stoics made, is mistaking wealth and materialism. You can be as wealthy as King Midas. Just don't be comfortable. Don't be materialistic. Wealth has a purpose. Stoics used to be wealthy and put wealth to purpose. They built libraries. They built cathedrals. They built hospitals. The West invented hospitals. Understand the laws and rules of nature. Humans are part of an interconnected community. Like seeks like. Respond to the frustrated people rather than being angry or bitter at them. If liberals are bothering you, laugh at them, mock them. Pity the fool. The doom and gloom that they preach is their own making. If our politicians let us down, so be it. It is out of our control. We just have to. What are we going to do? You're going to turn into a liberal and protest everything every day just because you don't get your way? Our arguments, our thoughts, they have to be gathered. They have to be actionable things. We can't just say, bring down the price of eggs, bring down the price of fuel. Politicians every day have to deal with the fact that so many things are beyond their control. You have to realize that most things are beyond your politicians' control. That sometimes they can only focus on a few things at a time. And you have to use your knowledge, your market forces, your inner strength. You will be the change. If you don't like the world, drive out the bad. But do it unemotionally, unattached. Past movements made a mistake by making things personal, by going beyond the measure of justice measured equally, without the fairness of a trial, so that all can see the crimes that you're exposing. Unless you build a movement around Stoic leaders, Wishing for past leadership is not going to solve the problem. Repeating past leaders' actions are not going to solve the problem. If past leaders took course of action and those actions failed, you have to reinvent. That's why liberals reinvent. That's why we're not socialists, we're communists. We're not communists, we're fascists. We're not fascists, we're liberals. Liberalism has failed every society. Multiculturalism has failed in every society. If you are into immigration, let me make this very clear. Immigration destroys society. Eventually, the invaders figure out how to become your migrants and take over and just keep rubber stamping more of their people. Look at Canada. Look at New York City. Look at many failed societies around the world. You open the gates of Constantinople and you get instant bull. And the Turks, who complain about colonizers, are colonizers. All the peoples, most of the peoples of the world are merely sore losers. No reason to complain. Become stoic. Take that energy that you would use for complaining and put it into practical solutions. How do I get better politicians? Get involved. Spread the word. Every day we are moving towards something better. It may not look like it now, but every day we're taking a little bit of information and giving it to you. And as you absorb, as you gain knowledge to control your emotions, to not be a slave to the meandering alley cat, you are not a slave to the masters of the alley cat, the producers of luxury goods that seduce the seducer, that tempt the temptress, and poison the well. Now, there are actionable daily exercises that you can do to prepare the mind day in, day out, that don't take long. Spend just a few minutes while you're sitting there having your breakfast or stuck in work with a dumbass blabbering about the daily meanings, or you're stuck in heavy traffic. Don't turn on the radio. Don't tune out. Don't wish for a better life. Decide how it's going to happen. What can you do to relieve yourself from mediocrity and become Socrates himself? Put thought to action. Or bring others to discuss thought and action. Elevate yourself above mediocrity. Although Medicles would claim he did no wrong, he did build a wonderful city. It was just boring. It was well planned, well laid out, but Medicles was just box after box in nice little rows. Mediocrity is OCD. Box after box and box. All the doors facing east. All the windows set to catch the sunrise. All the houses evenly spaced out in a nice box. Now, it's not just enough to think in the morning. How do you advance yourself that day? In the evening, review your day and ask yourself, did I advance? Did I do better? What can I improve? And then, armor. You have to accept fate. If you do not have the personal tools to grow, acquire them. Realize that everyone's character development is a different pace. Do not envy those who succeed before you. Merely elevate yourself. Arm yourself with the tools to go forward. Breaking bad habits is hard. Accept that you have them. Work on improvement. You may notice that occasionally I stutter. But still, when I get going, my speech becomes more and more eloquent. I have issues, but that has not stopped me from writing, despite the fact my grammar and spelling is atrocious. I mean, my God, my handwriting looks like chickens put ink on their feet and ran over the page. It's a disorder known as dysgraphia, but I have multiple disorders. Yet, I still work on myself, and I have improved myself. If I can sit here and chat with you quite eloquently and frequently and exposit brilliance not only of my own making, but of the geniuses throughout history, such as Aristotle and Socrates. Why, I'm not going to turn you into a Stoic. I'm just going to give you the tools that everybody uses, yet the vast majority of them doesn't realize they have it. The most powerful tool, the most powerful calculator in the world, the most powerful intelligence in the world, and the only intelligence that cares about you is your brain. The brain is trying to survive. Your brain is trying to steer you in the right direction. Your brain punishes you with negative emotions when you do things wrong. Learn that your brain is trying to steer you the only way it knows how. So, when you do good, it will reward you with a little chubby that you can entertain. When you do bad, it makes you feel sluggish and you don't feel like doing anything. The whole point is recover quickly and get on with life. So, various resources you can study. Take down notes, what you want to do, where you want to be, daily planners and all those things. Start getting used to living your life planned. Successful people plan. Unsuccessful people plan for failure. Build a community around. I am trying to build a community around. If you want to be, if you want to grow, you have to take part in a community. Otherwise, isolation, that's fine for recovery, but it doesn't get you a cathedral. It gets you a woodshed. Stoic practices are not necessarily becoming a Stoic. Okay, the most fundamental mistake is people think, "Oh, I'm too outgoing. I'm not an isolationist. I'm not going to sit in meditation rooms." You don't have to. A lot of Stoics are misrepresented. A Stoic personality is not necessarily a Stoic in the philosophical sense. And philosophical Stoicism, the serenity of the course Serenity, those are tools anybody can learn and use. It's only a few minutes out of your day. You don't need these big corporate planners. All you need is, "Hi, my name's Dave. I want to write books. It's going to take me some time. I can't spell and read right well. I invest my time and money into AI so that I can spell check, grammar check, uh, and I invest my time in my fellow writers, although and fellows like you, and say, would you like to be an advanced reader? Would you like to read my book now? And you'll get it for free. Now, over the years, it sometimes works. Unfortunately, a lot of people these days do not want to be an advanced writer. I get it. Reader, sorry. Other times, you have to go pay people to actually read your book and criticize and go through it. And it becomes a long process, and sometimes you get as few as one person, It is what it is. You can't control it. You want a better world with more time for people to read books? Just let Hollywood keep making garbage movies, I guess. But modern Stoics read. That's why I write. Modern Stoics read. They practice reading. They live a contemporary life and seek contentment rather than flashy achievement. See, maybe grand to be a billionaire, but do you have the tools to be a billionaire? Do you have the goals? Do you actually have a purpose for that wealth beyond, look at some of the current millionaires, right? They get to a few houses, they become a few millionaires. They might even say get to 160 million. They can't grow their wealth anymore. They're tapped out. They can't control what they have. They start losing money. We take James Bond up, 200 million. But she's blowing over 400 million on movies that haven't made money. So, tools and fools. Stoics learn from their mistakes. That's the fundamental principle, right? Ultimately, you think back, generations after generations used to pass on wealth. What happened to those generations? Really, it wasn't just wars. It was fools. The strongest men give their children tools, not money. The strongest men give themselves tools, not debt. They leverage debt, but if something goes wrong, got to accept that it can and will, and it'll all be out of your control. And accept this, right? Other than classical texts, there ain't many real books on Stoicism. They're all repeating each other. You can read the Letters of Stoic, Marcus Aurelius. You read the what's the other? Aristotle and Socrates. That's about it. There ain't that many, and it ain't that deep. And you don't have to become a full Stoic. You just have to. Serenity is a tool of Stoics. You don't have to be a Stoic to learn how to be a Stoic Serenist, because you're not embracing a religion or a philosophy. You are using a tool that has proven success, a tool that even has been replicated around the world and given different names, but ultimately the ancient Greek wisdom of meditation has been claimed by many around the world. But 6,500 years of Greek. You may not want to believe, but the Greeks, their civilization collapsed. Cannibals and raiders destroyed it twice, and they rebuilt. Then, after a long period of success, they expanded again, and then came the Romans. Then came the Mongols. They rebuilt it. Now, democracy, for all its flaws, needs a bit of tempering and work. We can work on that, but first we've got to work on ourselves. Because there is something that does break the stoicism rule of fatalism, and that is, it's one of the reasons why I don't want to be a stoic as a philosopher or a stoic as a person, but I'll use some of the tools, is that stoic fatalism, to love thy fate, to basically tolerate the obstacles in life when you hit the wall and tolerate it. You don't wear it down, break it, or go around it. No. We're going to learn from the best, and we're not going to blitzkrieg. We're going to grow community, and we are going to march through the annals of history, pick the best, which every Stoic has done, and we're going to move forward. And we are going to succeed. How far or how much is out of our control. That you can accept as fate, right? We don't know. We're being hammered from all sides. Now, I'm not going to let YouTube monetization control me. That's a obstacle to freedom and a tool of oppression. It's the same with book deals. Look at every politician who got a book deal. It's always been after the fact, after they've been a good little boy. Those who are not good little boys do not get book deals. So, that is a reality. That is the corruption of life. That is out of our control for now. But another thing, if we can control things that are normally out of our control, that means if our community is big enough and we can start controlling things that are out of our control, that is fate. That comes down to not... See, Stoicism was about individualism. Too many on the right have been told to become individualistic. That's divide and conquer, folks. No. Unite the right has always been ridiculed. Why? Because the united right is victory. And we all know there are lessons in history where the right may have united a few, but never take on never become the take on more than you can chew, and incremental success. For rapid success can lead to rapid decline. Fake it till you make it. Could leave you exposed to your own propaganda. You can become a victim of your own propaganda. So take note, take care. I recommend a few rewatches, and let's talk again. Whoops. Let's talk again tomorrow, shall we? Or in the comments below. But if you'd like to support the channel, Empire Valves, that's one word, empirevalves.myshopify.com. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps with the algorithms. It helps get the channel recommended to new people. Spread the word amongst your communities. Let's unite the communities. Let's work together. You can support me on Ko-Fi, Patreon, buy my books, buy my merch. Appreciate each and every one of you. See you in the next video, and bye for now.